To see the practical part of union transformation today. So union means the purpose, sir. Merging or combining data sets. The target can be a file, a target can be even a table also. The table can be Azure SQL table or a Synapse table, it can be of anything. Okay, please check my storage account. Storage Lake 101. This is our regular storage account. So here we have different containers. Under source, you have raw input files. Sir, one point remember, if you are merging multiple files means each file schema should be same. Each file purpose and schema should be same. You cannot merge one different file and other different file. Look at last two files here, emp.txt, emp2.txt. Please open the data of emp. So this is schema ID, name, salary, gender, department number. I have 5 rows here. And one more file I am taking here, which is emp2.txt. So same schema, but different rows. In the first file, I have 5 rows, and the second file, I have 5 rows. These two files I want to combine. But in the combining, what we are going to do is, you just observe. I'm going to ADF Studio. First, we need data sets for these two things. I have data sets already created. Please check in ADF about the data sets. It's pipeline. We want data sets. Please check here. This is the data set for the first file. And this is data set for the second file. Okay. Both are in same container. So these two files I want to merge. Okay. And what is my target? For the target, I will create one more thing. Go back to storage account. I'm creating a fresh container for this. The container name I am giving union results. The name should contain only small letters. Union results. Okay. It's a fresh container I have created. For this container, we need data set. To create a data set, I'm coming to ADF Studio. Let's create a data set for that. New data set. So simply data lake I am going to select. The data lake Gen 2. The delimited format I have selected. The data set name ds underscore storage lake 101. this example, my source and targets both are in same storage account. Even if it is different storage account, you need different linked service. That's it. The remaining process already you know in our previous examples. Storage lake 101, let's say union results. This is our data set. Linked service I'm selecting. That is LS storage lake 101. I need first row as header. That's why selecting this option. The file path. That is union results. Okay. Remaining as usual. Data set ready. Now you can create your pipeline. Okay. The pipeline creation is very simple here. So first let me publish this. Yeah, successfully completed, sir. Now go to the pipelines. So what should be the shape of our pipeline? First, let me explain graphically. So this design, you just need to implement it. Very simple. I have two files, EMP and EMP2. Finally, I want to merge them and write into union results data set. This is what the simple task. The flow is very simple. Configure source 1, which is in data flow. For this source 1, input is EMP. That means data set of EMP. And second thing is one more source you need. That is EMP2. These two are parallel data sets. There is no connection between them. EMP2. After that, we have to place union transformation. And union transformation, and you have to join these two things. Only source 1 you just join. There is an option union with the option. Whenever it is asking union with what data set, you have to give source 2. So here look at source 1. Input is EMP. Output stream, that is called output stream. Output of one transformation is called a stream. Output stream is source 1. The source 1 will be the input for union. And also it is asking union with what other stream, that is source 2. Got it. Now whenever you have configured source 2, what will happen is connection between these two things will be automatically happen. That's it. So for this union, I will attach one more transformation, that is sync transformation. In the case of sync, you will give data set of union results. Now, whenever you debug and whenever you validate this and debug this, automatically the data transportation will happen. But in the back end, what will happen is Spark cluster will be Databricks cluster. Spark cluster will be executed. Spark will always write data into partitions. Partitions. Okay. So single file, the input file is big. Single file may have multiple partitions. Understand? So in fact, I have only 2 input files. If file sizes are big in the output, I may contain more than 2 files, but our intention will be failed. Okay. Later, by using Databricks job, again, you need to reprocess and you need to merge all these things into one single output file. So for this, actually the Spark behavior is that one. While writing data into the output source, it will write in the form of a partitions only. Got it? It will write the output in the part of partitions. That's why in our next example, what we see is, instead of writing them into the data lake, we will dump this data into one table. Now, here I have 5 rows and here I have 5 rows. All the 5 rows, 5 plus 5, 10 rows will be kept into one single table. The table can be Synapse table, table can be Azure SQL table. Got it? In first example, inputs are in data lake, output will be into the data lake. That example we will see. It's very simple. Just come to this one. I'm going for a fresh pipeline. New pipeline. The pipeline is union example. Let's say example 1. So for this, I'm dragging data flow activity. Within this data flow, under settings, you need to select data flow. But existed data flow for this union operation is not available. That's why I'm creating a new. Click on new. Here it is asking source. For this source, the first source EMP I will be adding. Please check it now. Source. Add source. Okay. The data set you need to configure. Output stream is source 1 for this. Data set I am going to configure. We have data set ds underscore storage lake 101 underscore source underscore EMP. This is for first file, data set for first file. Okay, for now I am not going with second source. Just observe what will happen. I just configure it like this. I'm going to add union transformation for this. Just click on this plus symbol. Already here in the first category only you have union. Okay. See, observe here. Already it is saying 5 total. That means from input, it is going to take 5 records. So for this, you need to do some configuration. The union output stream is called union 1. Its input is source 1. Union by, there are 2 options. By name, by position. By name means based on the column name. ID column to ID column, name column to name column. Like that, merging will happen based on the column name. If you select position, first column to first column, second column to second column, third to third, on that based on the position, the merging will happen. For now, I am selecting name. Still, check other option. I have union with. I have union with. Okay. Within this union with, I am trying to configure a data set. Here, what data set you need to configure? The source 2 you need to configure, but source 2 you did not declare it. That's why no data set, no output stream is being displayed here. So for that, what we do is simply click on second source. Click on the down arrow. Add source. So for this source, configure your second file. The second data set I am giving which is for EMP2. Let me filter it. DS underscore storage lake 101 underscore EMP2, the second data set. Okay, now that is configured. Okay, now come back to union. Go to the union with. Now your source 2 is selected, is listed over here. Source 2. Now just check this entire flow. Previously, there is no connection between these two things. Now automatically connection established. Understood? Now this is union. Here I'm adding one more transformation. That is sync. Sync I am adding. What is the sync you want to create? I want to write into another separate container, union results. Got it? I'm giving that one, union results, under sync. Where is the data set option here? DS underscore storage lake 101 underscore union results. This is our data set. The data set is configured perfectly. Now this is entire our data flow. Okay, just come back to initial your pipeline. Pipeline has this data flow activity. If you open this, your entire data flow transformation will be visible to you. I'm publishing this. Already before class, I have enabled that data flow debug mode. Okay, publishing completed. But no confirmation. Yeah, completed. Yeah, I'm going to run that. Come back to pipeline. Better practice, always click on validate first. If validation successful, go to the debug mode. Execution started, that is in progress. Hey, charging is going to over. Please help me charger. Maybe in the last. Okay. Please wait, sir. Yeah. All of you, please check the output. So the confirmation, the job status, which is succeeded. And now go back to your data lake, your container, your target container is your results. Data is written as partitions. Partition 1, this is partition 2. This is a Spark style of writing into the distributed clusters. But our expectation is not this one. All data should be in a single data unit. That's why in the coming next example, I will merge these two things, but my target is SQL table. Okay. So still I did not enter into the Synapse concepts. That's why I am not showing target as Synapse. For now, I will show the target as Azure SQL table. I am going to replace this. With Azure SQL, your database table. Okay. For this, already you have created one table in our last examples. Last to last class, we have seen how your data flow will write into the SQL table. The same table I am going to use because the schema is same. Come back to the Azure portal. Go to your database and check for your tables by entering into the query editor. Here I have two tables. In the last class we have worked with the employee table. Select data from it. Select star from employee. I don't have data because already have uploaded, even though I have deleted them. Just while testing, apply the statement. Truncate table. Table name is employee. Suppose if you have data only for testing, when you truncate it, table and table structure remains same, but data will be deleted. Only data will be deleted. Now your table is just employee. It has no rows. I have two files as inputs, file 1, 5 rows, file 2, 5 rows. Total all these 10 rows I want to load into this table. Come back to this one. Instead of recreating everything, I will just modify your data flow. I'm opening that flow. This is our flow. I'm going to modify this sink. Previously in the sink, data lake was selected. In the sink, data lake data set was selected. Now I'm going to choose SQL table. For that SQL table, you have created one data set in the previous class. What is that? Sorry. DS underscore my Azure SQL underscore employee. This is the data set for your SQL table. Okay. Now I'm going to run it. Before that, just test connection with that. If connection not successful, just add that IP address into the firewall settings. Luckily, connection successful. Now entire configuration is ready. Look at this. Source is data lake files. Target is your target database. Okay. Same process with Synapse also. Instead of giving data set for SQL table, if you give data set for Synapse table, that will be loaded into that one. Okay, now I'm publishing this because I did some modifications. So publish successful. Now I'm going to run this. Validate and then debug. It may take minutes time. Sir, it seems as slow. Why? Because whenever you run a data flow, Databricks cluster should be initiated. Only the first step, the cluster initiation. For cluster initiation, it may take few minutes time. Once cluster established, remaining loading process is faster. Okay, please check the status. Load is successful. Okay. Now, come back to your Azure portal and check for your table data. Previously, it was empty with 0 rows. Now check how many rows you are expecting into this one. 5 plus 5. 10 rows you are expecting into this table. Select star from employee and run this query. All the rows have been loaded. 101, 102, 3, 4, 5. Up to 105, those are from first file. Remaining 201 onwards, those are from second file. All rows have been added. Got it. Just applying count. There are 10 rows. Got it. Sir, even for tester also, this will be very easy here. If you are a ADF tester, whenever I have given a pipeline for the execution purpose, and they are asking you whether data perfectly loaded or not, to check that, to validate that, the testing process will be like this. Just open our pipeline and open the data flow. Here you can observe how many rows here. So from here 5 rows, and check for, and here 5 rows. Totally 5 plus 5, how many things are expected here? 10 rows are expected here. Okay. So finally, if you check select count of star from your portal, you will get 10 rows. Because manual checking, if there are 10 rows, you can check it. If there are millions of records, you cannot check it. That's why based on the count, you just validate them, whether loading happened perfectly or not. Okay. So this is simply the union process. Once again, for your purpose, once again, I will recreate this fresh pipeline, what we have done. So please observe once again, a new pipeline. Copy the data flow. Under settings, create your new data flow. First, configure the source, which is the first file. What was your first file? Any of your file, which is my EMB. That is done. At the same time, configure second file. Here I will give EMP2. DS underscore storage lake 101 and EMP2. All the things configured. And now for the first one or second one, you can choose it. Okay. So I am choosing the first one. Click on the plus symbol. Go for union. Under union, you attach this source to. Suppose you have added this union for the source to. For the union, you have to attach source one in any way that you can do. Okay. For the union, input stream is source one, but union with what other stream, that is source two. Now automatically connection will be established. Now union output is union one. The union output is called stream. Remember, sir, for transformations, output is called stream. That means union also is producing some output, right? That output is called the stream. That stream should be sent to the sink. Here in the sink, give the target data set. Maybe Cosmos DB, maybe SQL, maybe on-premise data set. It can be of anything. Now I'm going to configure only the sink data set I am giving. Give your SQL table. What is your table? I think this one. That's it. Now all configurations ready. Whenever you have configured SQL database table, just test the connection. If any firewall issues are there, just add the firewall. Add the IP address into the firewall rule settings. Already have seen that one. Now publish this, execute this. This is whatever a total process. Okay. Now a few more discussion. I am extending this. Just I am removing all these things. Sir, all of you come like comfortable about this flow till now. Please confirm in the chat. Sasi Anil, Lakshmi Narayana, Narendra Kota, Rakesh, Rajesh, Sanjay, Vikram. Today 2 persons missed in the class. Okay. Okay. So let's try to identify some of the limitations of this union. Observe this. I'm going to add one more file, sir. I'm going to add, my intention is I want to merge 2 files. Okay. Not 2 files, 3 files I want to merge. Here 100 rows, I have 3 branches, 100 rows here, 100 rows here, 200 rows here. Total 400 rows to be in my target table. So this is what we are expecting. And I'm coming to the union. But in the case of union, here I have option. If I select source 3, please check. Connection between source 2 and union got missed. Okay, if I select source 2, again connection with source 3 got missed. All of you understood this issue? This is one limitation with union, remember. That means using union transformation, you can merge only 2 data sets. Understood? But client is giving you more than two data sets. At that time, how to do that? Come back to the flow. I'm just removing this. The sync I am removing. I'm adding one more union. One more union. This is union 2. For this, I am adding source 3. For the second union, input is from first union. Now check the connection, please. All of you, please observe. Please reply me in chat. I am not able to hear you. Sir, how many rows are there at union 1, sir? Please answer me in chat. Think that here 100 rows for source 2, 100 rows for source 3. Total 300 rows, 3 separate files, 300 rows are there. Come on. How many rows will be the output of the union? Union 1. 200 rows, correct? 200 rows. The input, source 3, 100 rows. Now, if you look at union 2, how many rows will be the output of union 2? Definitely 300 rows, right? So this technique we need to follow. Of course, maybe a simple limitation, but you can overcome like this. Suppose fourth source is there. There is a fourth source. Once again, I am adding this. You just add that. You just add fourth source and take one more union. Take one more union. Just for this, you just attach that union. Now it is here. Let me drag this. Not able to drag. Yeah. So for this, you just configure as source port, as data output as a union with source port. Now you check entire flow. Now output of union 2, 300 rows. Again here 100 rows. Output of union 3 will be 400 rows. Got it? This is one kind of technique. Now, one more different technique I will highlight. Sir, all of you understood this one, what we have done. Just confirm me, any questions? Okay, another simple way, another different style. Let's come to the fresh pipeline. Dragging the data flow. Just come to the settings, create a new data flow. Source 1, source 2, source 3, source 4. Okay, just keep like this. I have 4 files. I'm taking union 1 for this. Union 1. For this, I'm configuring source 2. Union with source 2. Okay, I'm stopping this. So for source 3, separate union I am adding. For the union 2, I'm going to attach source 4. Just check it. Just check it. Source 4 I am attaching. Okay. All of you please check this. File 1, file 2 merging as union 1. File 3, file 4 merging as union 2. Got it? For the union 1, I am attaching one more union, which is union 3. For this union 3, I will attach union 2. Please check. This is another approach. Where is union 2? Sorry, let me search. Union 2. Now please check this flow. For this union 3, I am attaching sync. For this sync, you just configure your target data set. The target data set may be any of SQL table like this. I have kept my table. Got it? Okay, think that each of your file is having 100 rows. Source 1, source 2, source 3, source 4, totally 100 rows. What is the result of union 1? 200. Result of 200 union 2? 200. Result of union 3? Result of union 3. Arey man, 200 plus 200, 400 rows. Because for the union 3, primary input stream is union 1. This is attached with union 2. That means these two are inputs, right? Here 200, here 200, totally 400. These 400 rows will be loaded into C. Understood? So they have kept some limitation, but that limitation you can overcome like this. If you have more number of files, just join these two, one union. Just join these two, one union. This is a better approach for distributed computing system. Sir, Azure Data Engineer platform is a distributed computing system or is a core data processing system? Please answer my question. Azure Data Platform is a distributed computing system or core execution system. It is a distributed computing system. That means it is supporting parallel process. For the parallel processes, always this kind of second approach is recommended, because the first union will be measured by some of the nodes. Second union will be executed by some of the nodes. Again, these two union results will be executed by some of the nodes for the union 3. Understand? On that way, even they have given 100 files also. These 100 files, step by step, if you configure like this, okay, the execution burden will be reduced on the distributed clusters. Okay, this is one limitation. What is the first limitation? Union transformation supports only two streams as input. What is a stream? What is a stream? What is your answer for this? Here some answer is ready. Not output, don't say as output. Output of a transformation. Just add one more point. Output of a transformation. That is called a stream. Got it. So union transformation is supporting only two streams. So for this solution, go with multiple unions. That means one union result will be into to the other union, like that. It doesn't matter how many files that they are giving you. Got it. Okay. Try to understand other limitations. Still we have time. All of you take this as assignment, sir. Keep. I have kept only 2 files. You please try to execute 4 files. File 1, file 2, and file 3, file 4. Keep some sample rows. 5 rows, 5 rows, 5 rows, 5 rows. Totally dump into your SQL table. Azure SQL table. Okay. Try to execute that flow and submit me the documents. Okay. Okay. Let me go for another one, sir. Once again, I am coming to the new pipeline. The data flow activity I am dragging here. Under data flow, go to the settings, create a new flow, adding the source, adding one more source. This is union. Okay. The unions need to be configured. Okay. Before that, one more small trial. In our files, let's keep some duplicated files, duplicated data. I'm opening that file. Which is my second file. Just I am keeping some of the duplicates. Okay. Maybe in the first file or maybe in the second file, or commonly there are some records in both files. What are you maybe think that there are some duplicate records? This file, once again, I am going to load into this one. Okay. Let me go with a fresh file. Under your storage lake. Let's say the file name is EMP3. I'm uploading this. The fresh file I have uploaded. Okay. So for this, I am creating a data set. Just a short name I am giving DSEMP3. Linked service worldwide. The file I am selecting is third file, which is EMP3. What is that? The third file I am selecting. Come to the SQL first. Just to truncate our table. I'm coming to the database. Select star from employee. It's our target table. Running this. Already I have 10 rows. Just for this trial purpose, I am truncating all these rows. Truncate table, employee. Okay, now table is empty, sir. Now what I want to do is not employee 2, employee 3 I want to match. Employee 1 and employee 3, these 3 files I want to merge and write into my target table. So for this, come to the ADF Studio. So previous what publishing error, validation, model failed because of the pipelines. Some rough pipelines we have created. There is delete button. Here I am deleting. Just now this time I am publishing. Because of incomplete configurations previously, something not deleted, still something is pending, I think. DS employee 3. Validation of models will be failed, fix it before publishing. I think this transformation is also incomplete. Everything is correct. Just let me check preview data. All data is accessed. Everything is correct. Okay. Data flow. No sync transformation found in the data flow 5. So in the data flow 5, I'm removing this data flow 5. Now I'm trying to publish. Still some other thing. Source one data set is required. Because we have used some lot of rough data flows. Let me delete all the things. Delete. 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 Data flow 1, data flow 2 are all the old things already perfectly configured. Now this time publishing. Data flow 1, data flow 1, data flow is required. Because for the previous pipelines, attached with the previous pipelines. Simply discard changes. Okay, sir. Source 1, sync 1. Sync 1 is employee table. Source 1 is first file. So here directly itself I am modifying this. Here I am adding union. Sync to the second file I am going to give, which is ds underscore emp3. The data set is not published. Okay, sir, to troubleshoot this, dependency pipelines are there because here we have created some flows. These flows are used by some existed pipelines, but whatever the pipelines that they are using, here data flows, some of the data flows we have deleted. Because of this issue, the validation is not working out. What I wanted to say is, here I have duplicates. Here I have source one. But whenever you load this, all the data as easily will be loaded into this one, into the target. But at the time of loading, I want duplicates. I don't want duplicates. To eliminate the duplicates, is there any option? In the case of optimize, that is performance-based issues, parameters. For the inspecting, that is mapping schemas only. There is no option for whether you can control it as a basic SQL like a union and union all. Union and union all. We don't have options like this. Got it. So in this moment, what we have to do is, first of all, you have to check whether there is an activity called distinct or not. So in the case of SQL, you have distinct. The distinct function is doing eliminating the duplicates. The distinct function is eliminating the duplicates. But I don't have any transformation called distinct over here. Okay, or straight away you can check here. I'm just removing this. For the source output stream, check for distinct. There is no distinct transformation here in the data flows. But there is a transformation called select. Within that select, you can apply the distinct. Got the point, sir? Within the select, you can apply the duplicates. Suppose you have merged data, 100 rows, 100 rows. Within that 100 rows, 200 rows, some duplicate records are there. You don't want them. You have to eliminate them. Once merging is completed by using additional transformation, you have to eliminate the duplicates. Okay, that means here the second option, second limitation, the second limitation, no option called union or union all, like this. Got it? In this way, even though limitations are there, by adding other transformations, or for the first limitations, by adding multiple union transformations, you can overcome that. Okay. So about these two things, more practical work we will be seeing in the coming next class, tomorrow class. All of you understood today class, especially about first limitation. Only supporting two strings as input for union. Got it? So in coming with the other transformations, you can overcome even second limitation also. And also one more thing, sir. In the case of unions, if you observe, there is no schema mapping also. If you add union, there is no option called schema. But in the input table, the field list is different. In the output table, the field list is different. Output table has 10 fields. Input table has only 5 fields. With other expressions I want. Of course, there are some common columns, but column names are different. So this is not a biggest issue. Finally, you are going to write the output into sync, right? The schema mapping. The schema mapping from column to column, you can map at the phase of sync. Understand? That is not at all an issue. That is not the limitation. That is a regular behavior of your data flow of union transformation. Got it? Majorly, these are the two issues, but you can easily overcome them. Okay, sir, all of you. Please wait. I will provide you the recording sessions of previous. Please remind me the date, sir.